I'm Jeremy with Offensive Group for the Armory Life. The SA-35 is a faithful yet modern recreation of the P-35 originally designed by John Moses Browning. Much like the 1911, it's beautifully designed, reliable, and it has stood the test of time in terms of reliability, capacity, and features. In its stock configuration, it's accurate, ergonomic, and classic looking. But if you know me by now, I'm always looking to enhance my shooting experience with the latest greatest parts available. Apex Tactical, known for their high quality parts spanning multiple platforms, has released a Magwell and magazines for the SA-35 pistols. Now I'll be honest, if there was one thing that could have made the SA-35 a complete slam dunk for me, it would have been magazines with a base pad available. Well, now my wish has been granted, and boy, it's a good one. The Apex Magwell is everything you would expect from a company known for innovation and uncompromising quality. They didn't just slap something together and ship it out the door. The Magwell is well thought out, it's incredibly tight on the pistol, and it looks beautiful as far as aesthetics go. There is a very small amount of work to do when installing the Magwell on your SA-35, but it took me no longer than 5 or 10 minutes with a file and a few armorer's tools on my bench. The beveled Magwell and the lanyard attachment hole running through the frame made the SA-35 a perfect candidate for the Apex Magwell design. The lanyard hole running through the frame allows a perfect anchor point for the Magwell to attach without welding or cutting. There are then side supports that create a rock-solid attachment point to the left and right side of the frame. By sliding the Magwell into place and tapping it down with a soft hammer, you can see the indent on the fitting tabs. You then simply file those tabs down to where the marks are on the metal. At this point, it's trial and error to get the fit perfectly. But once you have removed enough of the fitting tab, you're able to tap the Magwell into place with a soft hammer. Once in place, you tap the 5mm split pin to hold it all together. After installation, it looks as if the Apex Magwell was a factory option. The lines and the finish blend perfectly into the SA-35 frame. You might notice the entry contours do not match the Springfield SA-35's frame bevels. Now this is on purpose. Over time, the feed lips on the magazines will leave impact marks on your frame. The Apex Magwell serves as a sacrificial impact surface, preserving your frame. Secondly, this allows for optimal alignment of magazines when being inserted into the pistol. You may have noticed some Magwells that have a generous amount of space, and blended with the smooth ramp can make your reloads kind of sloppy and end up binding in the pistol. The Apex SA-35 Magwell is super well thought out to combat this and give you buttery smooth reloads. Now for the perfect companion to the Magwells, the new magazines and base pads. Apex designed 2 new magazine base pads to go with the Magwell, a 17 and a 19 round version. The base pads have integrated grasping grooves machined into them for positive grip and ease of extraction. Because the Magwell adds about 1/4 inch to the pistol grip length, Apex needed to find a magazine that could accommodate the extra length. Apex eventually landed on customizing commercially available Magwell magazines that were similar enough to the P-35 magazine dimension. Apex was able to reform the magazines to their specs, thus creating the perfect magazine for the Magwell extension, while also retaining the reliability and consistency of the Magwell name. Now keep in mind, when installing this Magwell, you can no longer use the factory SA-35 magazines as they're just a bit too short now. But it's a small price to pay once you see it all in action. The new magazines and Magwell look stellar on the gun. It really makes the SA-35 stand out even more with that classic and modern feel. Apex also sent me some lock grips, which are the palm swell for the SA-35. I can't say enough good things about these grips. When I grip the pistol, it feels like it was formed for my hands. The grips contour perfectly into the hands, and the G10 material allows for ample texture to grip onto. The grip stays thinner towards the top so that you can easily access the magazine release, which is a well thought out design. For width reference, the stock grips measure about 1.32 inches in thickness, while the palm swell grips measure 1.50 inches at the peak of the grip. On the range, my upgraded SA-35 shot as good as it looks. The new lock grips and the SA-35 Magwell were extremely comfortable in my hands. I felt as if I were able to control the pistol much easier than before. The very first thing I noticed was how simple and smooth the magazine insertion was. The positive click of the magazine locking into place without disappearing into the pistol was great. With the lock grips palm swell, the pistol molds into your hands as if it was a custom design, personal to the user. Getting a grip and controlling the SA-35 was a breeze. The Apex Magwell worked beautifully in conjunction with the new grips. I always thought that the SA-35 had a fairly short grip for a full-size pistol, so the Magwell is a welcome addition, creating a nice anchor point for my pinky and the meat of my palm to rest on. The magazines, as expected, ran flawlessly. Loading was easy, not overly tight like some magazines I've encountered. The magazines perfectly fed every time with no malfunctions during my testing. When reloading, the magazines dropped with ease thanks to the base plate's added weight on the bottom. Additionally, when doing a tactical reload, or just removing the magazine without letting it drop, the extra length protruding from the bottom of the Magwell made this a breeze. Now you'll be excited when you hit slide lock, because now you can utilize your beautifully designed Apex Magwell to feed your pistol new freedom seeds. Reloading with the Apex Magwell is effortless and fun, making your range time all that much more enjoyable. Ultimately, the Magwell, the grips, and the new magazines all work perfectly in conjunction to enhance your shooting experience with the SA-35. These upgrades are sure to spice up your SA-35. Take a look at what Apex Tactical has to offer, and thanks for watching.